What's up, guys? I'm Dave Van Auken, right there, the #1 flyweight female bare knuckle FC fighter on this galaxy, the Killer Bee. Taylor,
Hey,
what's up, Tay?
I'm fucking exhausted, so I'm just gonna be very brutally honest about that. I'm very tired. I just got home from training. My hair is wet from showering. Had a busy week last week.
We will get into that. How is training going? How's the gym?
It's so good. It's funny because I can post a thirst trap for the fan site or something like that, and people will be like, "Oh my god, this fucking bum's not even training," and I'm like literally in the gym 4+ hours a day. So it's like, okay.
Gosh, I love it. We're doing something different a little bit. We remember we went live during the day a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. We never went live at night. Guys, everything's the same. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., the Banana Bee podcast on YouTube. Go get it. Banana Bee on the podcast, all podcast versions. If you just want to listen to it, go get it. Look at this. Andrew's saying, I love you, Killer Bee.
I love you
There
more.
you go. So, yeah, like a nice tattoo woman. Yeah, very nice tattoo. Very nice tattoos. So for this one, like why I want to go live, like it's almost more about I wanted to know we didn't go on last week. We knew maybe something was going to happen. And like the incident at the Bare Knuckle FC Fort Lauderdale, how it's been afterwards, kind of want to hear about that incident that night. And I do want to give a crazy, huge thing. I talked to you off air about it. So that video, it's 1 minute and 2 seconds, I believe.
Yeah.
Fight Bananas was there live. Super cool. And we threw it up on Facebook. And it's got over 550,000 views. Like that's insane.
That's wild.
That's insane. I think the reach is like 1.4 million people.
That's fucking crazy. And it's just like I've received a lot of fucking hate about it, which like totally like just like the amount of people like saying that I've switched who I am. I'm not who I am. I'm not being myself and things like that, but it's not the case. Like people that really know me, first of all, know that I'm fucking crazy. Like I don't give a fuck. And like Instagram and everything makes everything seem so much better, but it is a little bit of a different tactic for me. But second of all, it wasn't staged. Like I knew that Christine was gonna be there. I had like heard through the grapevine she would be there, and then I just seen her like talking shit on the Bare Knuckle page, and so I was like, fuck that. She literally said in an interview, she said, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, running her mouth. And she's like, if she wants it, come fucking get it. Bring me that honey, blah, blah, blah. All right, I'm here. I was sitting and eating my lunch, watching that shit. Like, I'm about to pull the fuck up. So, all right, it's on. But I laugh and stuff because I just think it's funny. Like, it's comical to me to see Christine, like, just out of pocket. Like to see her out of pocket, I think is fine because I'm not bothered by it. Like she could literally cuss me out for everything I'm worth and like try to grab my neck or whatever, and I'm just gonna be like, haha.
Okay, all right. So there's so much. Like when you went up and grabbed the title, like you said you were gonna do, and what like she kind of threatened, like, yeah, come get it, kind of a thing. So when you did that, did you foresee there could have been like blows? Were you prepared and ready just to like go?
Yeah, I mean, I think what went through my head was like I was just gonna do it and just be like, I thought we were just gonna have a nice chat. No, I didn't think it was gonna be a nice chat. I'm just kidding. But I was like, whatever. Like, if we start going at it, cool. And all I was thinking was like, if she hits me, I'll hit her back. But I'm not gonna like. I wanted to be there and enjoy the fights too. So I knew, and I know that she wanted to. So I'm like, if we start swinging, one of us is gonna go to fucking jail. And the cops like were trying to take me away. I'm not even kidding. I say the cops were trying to get me the fuck out of there. They were like, if you would have put your hands on her, you're going to fucking jail. So yeah, it was, the cops were not fucking playing. They wanted to boot me out for that. Like they did not like that. They grabbed me up. They were yelling at me all night. They were like on high alert on me.
That's so funny.
I'm like, it's just funny. I just wanted to start some shit because fuck that shit. I'm not gonna have someone disrespect me. I'm gonna go up and just
right.
And people were like, oh, that's so disrespectful to grab the belt from the champ and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, what about all the shit that she talks about me online about, like, like kind of sexualizing me in a way, always talking about my fans or thinking with their dicks, talking about how she wants my honey and how after we fight, she's gonna take me out on the town and she loves blondes and loves my beautiful ass and like just shit like that. Like, it's all fucking fair fucking game. I don't have a problem with Christine like super personally, but I'm gonna talk my shit right back. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. And like more than that, right? Like let me kind of not defend you or come to your support. You know that I will always at the end of the day, but like let me just throw this out here. So long story short, Bare Knuckle FC. There's no. Do you have a fight poster with you and Christine Ferea?
No.
Okay, so there's no fight 100% done. There's no fight poster yet. So you as a competitor, you as the 3-0 fighter, you as the championship going, you know, the Ferea is going back and forth with you. I feel like more than anything, you're just like you want to put cement on this rumorville, on this fire, the momentum of you guys fighting because there's nothing you 18 months ago, you're like, Dave, I want to go to bare knuckle. I want to fight I want to be world champion. And maybe if I fight Paige Van Zandt on the way, that might not be bad either. But like, that was the thing like 18 months ago. So like now, like, you know, not trying to say what's what with Paige, but like she's doing other stuff. And I think she's going to be in that London show. And that kind of is going to be it. Right. Probably. Yeah. But like the championship's out there. There's no other contenders. Nothing makes sense. I don't care what anyone wants to say about no Rachel Ostovich. That fight makes no fucking sense. I don't even want to go into it, but if I need to, I will. So you and Ferea is the only fight that makes sense. So like you're just trying to stamp like, hey, this is what's going to happen. Like you are like almost tailing bare knuckle. Like this is going to happen one way or another.
Yeah, unfortunately, like. Of course, I love to be the nice and sweet Taylor, and I like to just be like I respect Christine. I respect everybody. I like to be that Taylor. I like to be sweet and kind and stuff like that. But like I said, people that know me know that I have a fucking attitude. I can be sassy. I can talk that shit, and I can get fucking wild. But I've learned now recently that being sweet and being kind and just keeping your mouth shut is not gonna fucking get you what you want. You gotta fucking speak up, and sometimes it's just not gonna be the way that people like some people aren't gonna understand it and people aren't gonna get that, and that's okay. I have learned now, like if I want to fucking make this shit happen, that's what's gonna. If I don't feel like even if I said anything, like bare knuckle wouldn't have even gave it the time of day.
Right.
Right. And you know, whatever the reason may be, cool. But like this is the only fight that makes sense. There's no other fight that makes sense. I want it. I 150,000,000% believe that I have what it takes to beat Christine. I got the fucking sauce. Let's go. Give me a contract. Give me a contract, people.
Crazy. And then like, so how, like, I think this is maybe trying to say this the best way. This is like the hard part that I don't think fans get. So you don't have a contract to fight anyone, or of course you don't have a contract to fight Ferea, but you are still at the gym, still training your tail off.
Like I have, right now in my mind, I'm fighting Christine Ferea.
Right. And that's the sauce, eh? There you go, Matt. I like that. Hey, Eddie Martinez, shout out Eddie. Says
Eddie, I miss him so much.
Eddie.
Did you see his baby in the bee costume that I bought him?
Yeah. A couple weeks ago on the story, right? Like 10 days ago, 2 weeks. Yeah. That's crazy. All right. So then that happens. That incident happens. You probably, like I said, like in a weird way, you know, we were super pumped to like have the video and kind of get it out there. And like, I think it's going to be good. Like in the back part of me, I'm like, oh, wow, this is a cool video. I saw it right away. I was like, all right, we're going, we're posting it, blah, blah. And then like, even that night, like I was texting you back and forth. I'm like, hey, this video is running. Like this video is going. Like it was like 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Then people were hitting me up. People were like, Dave, you there? I'm like, no, dude, I'm not there, man. I was a T-ball coach. I was like T-balling my son that night. And so it was just like a wild thing. But so that is over. That incident, like you said, the cops kind of came up with like, what happened in the next hour? Because the show didn't start for like another hour. Like, what was it? Chaos? Was it easy for you? Because I saw you were chilling out there. You were with Paige. Paige was out there with Fight Bananas. You guys are doing some things. You know, Shorty Torres was out there. Gilbert Burns was out there.
It was really pretty much like calm the rest of the night. We just stayed away from each other. I think they kind of wanted us to stay away from it. They put it to where like Christine was on one side of the room and I was on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
And I after that I just didn't see her. Like she went in. I didn't see her the rest of the fucking night. I didn't see her the rest of the time I was in Fort Lauderdale. Maybe she was hiding from me. No, it was just, but it was a good night. Like the fights were so good, and me and Paige is so funny. I was there, but this was one of the times where I was there live and like was just hanging out with Paige. And like me and her were just talking, and she got to meet Gilbert Burns, which was really cool. And it was just a good night of fights.
Yeah,
it was a good trip. I was there like less than 24 hours, and it was so fun. And I literally specifically, like people don't understand. I took myself out there because I heard through the grapevine, oh, I think that so-and-so's coming. All right. So I'm going to go. She wants to run her mouth and talk about how scared I am. I'm going to go and show the fuck up. Nobody flew me out there. Nobody fucking did anything on their own to come and stage anything or hype anything up. Nobody. Like I literally booked my own ticket, did not tell anybody until the week that I was going, like, yo, I'm going to Fort Lauderdale. See you guys tomorrow.
Right.
Because nobody, like, people think that bare knuckle like set shit up. They don't. Like I went and showed up on my own. What's up, guys? They did hook me up with great seats, so thank you, bare knuckle, for giving me amazing seats to the show. It was so much fun. So shout out to them because I did message them and say, hey, like I'm gonna be out there. If I can get tickets to the show, it'd be great. And they took care of me in that aspect, but they weren't like, hey, Taylor, fly out and go rip Christine's belt off of her. They actually messaged me and were like, be on your best behavior and don't do anything you're not supposed to do while you're here.
Right.
And I was like, when I went in the venue, all the bare knuckle people were like, it was wild how fast that spread.
Yeah.
Because
wildfire.
All the bare knuckle, like the second I walked through, they were like, the bare knuckle people weren't out of the venue, so they don't know really like what's going on. They were in working on the show, doing all the production and stuff like that. The second I walk in and see them for the first time, they're like, what happened outside? Like, we're getting all kinds of shit. Like, what happened? And I was like, nothing. I just, got my tickets. I'm here.
Yeah. All right. So then how was the rest of the night? Like, how was the fights? We watched them, from afar. For some fights look good. The main event was crazy. Frank Tate wins main event. Knocks out Joey Beltran, who was the ex-champion, and it was scary. It was scary scene.
That was really scary. It was definitely scarier live because we were just sitting there waiting for him to get up. He was okay. I think I saw him later that night, just in passing, and he had just got back from the hospital. So he was cool. That was definitely I don't like watching people get knocked out in person.
Right.
When you hear people breathing and just see the doctors and everyone kind of oh fuck, it's pretty scary. But I'm trying to think what my favorite fight was. HD. I can't think of his name. Howard Davis.
Yeah.
That shit was good.
He's
that
a
one really stood out to me. That one really stood out to me. It was very back and forth and was so good. And of course, Tom Schoaf always delivers. And actually, him and that guy were going at it really fucking good before he put him away. But yeah, there were no girl fights, so that's always
I know that is so funny you said that. I literally the tip of my tongue. I saw it on your stories, and I me. I follow both of them, and I had a great interview with Andy Wynn because she was with GFC and Dean's show, 5 months ago, and she has beef jerky. There's a lot of behind the scenes stories with that. But Andy Wynn versus Cassie Robb is this week.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited. I like both of them.
Yeah, they're both Taylor Starling fans.
Yeah, it's that's gonna be so much fun. I saw some little trash panda was on Facebook talking shit about both of them. I won't even say any names. Talking shit about both of them, and I'm like, bro, you won't even sign a contract to fight anybody yourselves.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I didn't see that. Are you talking? Does it rhyme with Lenny Lavage?
Ding ding ding.
I didn't see that.
She posted I don't know, someone sent me a screenshot because they're always like, Jenny Savage is always talking shit. I'm like, yeah, what's new?
One thing that is crazy, I've been saying this forever, that I'm happy what Bare Knuckle's been doing. So They had the fight last week at Fort Lauderdale. They got one with Lorenzo Hunt and Riggs in the main event. Well, by the way, that's a great fucking fight. Like, that is a really, really good fight. Win and Cassie Robinson the show. Then the week after that, they're in Orlando, Florida, in my backyard here in Orlando. Dylan Kleckler versus Arnold Allens for the heavyweight championship. And then pretty soon right after that, they go to Omaha, right, for Beck Rollins and Britain. Like,
they got some pretty good cards.
Shows together.
They got some pretty good cards. The only one they're missing is Christine Ferea versus Taylor Starling.
Yeah, I heard something about, like, Christine was saying, like, you know, she's busy. Like, she's got a lot of stuff going on. She don't want to fight right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I think June, like, come on, Christine. Come on. No. You can run, but you can't hide. Man. Because I'll pop up and I'll rip that off you. No, the funniest thing was, like, because I'm very, very clumsy. And I remember, like, I was just so in the zone. And I just seen Christine's, like, dreadlocks. And I'm like, all right, I'm going over there. And I'm going in. But the only thing that kept running through my head was, like, grab the belt, but don't drop it. Grab the belt, but don't drop it. I fucking dropped it. And I just was like, I would, whatever. But she kind of, like, you know, turned around. It was just like this whole moment. But I was like, fuck that. I yanked that shit off the ground so fast.
No, that's the best part. I'm telling you, if we didn't get 3 messages, we got 100 messages on our Instagram about, like, that video. Even the Instagram video did awesome. Haymakers asked us to have the video, so they popped it on their channels, and I saw they had great numbers. Like, it's been amazing, the video. Yeah. And every single, like, comment I got was like, and they hit in the DMs are like, why is Taylor walking like a bad motherfucker? Why is Taylor walking like Vince McMahon? Taylor's walking like Conor McGregor. Because whoever's recording that video for Fight Bananas deserves an absolute raise. What a gem. Like, how you're walking, you're like, boom, you're walking like a superhero, and you're like,
pulling my dress down so my ass don't come out.
Yeah. You're like weaving in and out of the crowd, and the camera's like right behind you. Okay, so how many times have you watched the video?
Not really too many. Like, a couple times, just more 3? So, like, been in my feed. More than 3. But like, it was one of those moments where I was so just like not pissed off, because I wasn't like pissed, but I was like very just like, fuck this, it's time to get fucking gangster. And I didn't even like tell anybody. I was just like, I think everyone seen Christine, and then they saw me. And as soon as I walked up, people were like, oh shit, like Taylor Starling just walked up. And it was like, I knew Christine was going to be somewhere out there. Like, I didn't know she was going to be in the venue or outside of the doors. I knew she was going to be somewhere. And I knew as soon as I came and showed the fuck up that I was going to see her. Yeah. And so I was just walking like, I'm on a fucking mission. I'm not here. I don't even give a fuck about picking up my tickets from Will Call. I don't give a fuck about anything. I want to see Christine. And I would have I literally probably would have walked straight through the doors without even getting my tickets yet and been like, where the fuck is Christine?
Jeez. That's so crazy. That's awesome. Yeah.
But I also have other news. I got a puppy.
Woo!
Everybody meet Donut.
Donut?
Donut. Yeah. The kid's name.
That's the best name ever.
She's just been sitting on my lap this whole time.
That's for the boys, is it, or is it for you?
You know, a little bit of both, but mostly the boys. I wanted like a mean dog, like a big like bulldog, or like something that just looked scary. And then my kids are like, we want a weenie dog. So like, okay. She's cute.
Kids win every time, right?
Every fucking time. Hands down. It could be the most ridiculous request.
So I got one last story, and then we'll run. Like I said, which is a little fun thing, especially with just super busy.
Do we?
Donut needs a bee costume.
I know, right? Oh my god, like a little. Yes, I need a little hot dog costume for her.
Shout out to Dawson. Shout out.
I know, always showing love. Thank you so much. Do we have a lot of people on the live? Because like I can't see what's going on the live right now.
It's going anywhere between 10 and 20 on the Facebook.
All right, that's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. Not 550,000.
Yeah, I was say they're too busy. They're too busy watching the other videos.
Golly, that thing is everywhere, man. That thing's crazy. All right, so real quick, funny story. This is like a personal story of me. So if it's not about Taylor Starling, then everyone's gonna be like, they're gonna leave now.
No, they're not.
Well, on Thursday night, her Taylor likes them cheeks eaten. Oh my god, yeah. So we gotta put this comment up. You see that one?
Oh my god.
All right, Dominic, come on, dude.
I will not confirm nor deny.
Come on, Dominic. This is a PG-13 podcast, man. Get your fucking mind right, Dominic. No. Yeah. It's so funny. So my story is the exact opposite of that. So Thursday night, I'm not at bare knuckle. Dominic is laughing his ass off. I'm not at bare knuckle because I'm T-ball coach, man. Like kids come first, right? Like we just talked about. Like Taylor just got the dog, and I'm like coaching T-ball. So like our team is so good this year again, Taylor. Like we're doing great things. So everyone's doing good. But like, so this is like my second year coaching Dylan. I've coached Colin, who's like 9 now. Dylan's birthday is this week. And oh my gosh. So there's this little girl on the team that like I don't have like a friendship with. Like I know other kids on the team and they've been part of like Dylan's friendships and parties and stuff. So there's this other little girl that like, she's on the team and we're just getting to know her. Mm-hmm. So like every time as me as the coach, and you probably know this about me, like every time I'm just like pushing the kid like in a good, like, go kids, like go get him, go. I'm just like that guy. I'm just like rah, rah, right? And every time the kids score, like I give them a high five. So the little girl scores a run. She like hits the ball, runs the first, someone other hits it, and she like gets the home. So I like give her a high five. I'm like, high five. So like we give her one on this. She like other hand. I'm like, oh, okay. So then we get the other hand. She high fives in this hand. And then she goes, hug.
Oh.
Dude, it was like that. My heart melted, dude.
That's so
like this little girl. She's like like one of the smallest kids on the team. And she just goes, hug.
Oh. Kids are the best. Like my kids, I was dying today. I've talked about Monroe on here so many times, and he's gonna be so happy that I bring him up again. But they crack me up because he has sisters and they train. His sister Madison, she's on my Instagram and stuff too. They follow me religiously and they're young. They're like from 10 to like early teens, and they're always watching my stuff. And they're so supportive, but they cracked me up because the mom was like, I had to get on the kids because they keep going to Christine's Instagram and like cussing her out, and they're like kids. They're like, they keep going on there like, Taylor's gonna whoop your fucking ass. And they're like savages. Like they're just the most savage kids. I love that shit. I love it. They're the best. Like they're so supportive. So it cracks me up. The mom's like, yeah, y'all gotta stop doing that. I was like, no. They can do it. They can do it.
Yeah. Crazy. I cannot wait. Like that would be one of my happiest moments in like kind of everything I've been doing for multiple years, like the combat sports. But when I see that fight poster with you and Christine, that's gonna be something special. It's gonna happen.
It is. It's coming. I promise you. If not, I'm gonna make it fucking happen. That's it. That's what I'm doing. I'm making this shit fucking happen.
There we go. All right, real quick. So this is the 26th volume of the Banana and Bee podcast. Next week, probably not gonna be able to record like normal because I will be in Arlington, Texas. I'll be flying across the country. I'm covering PFL all next week, so maybe I'll do something like we can do something there live when you have free time. We'll make it work.
Yeah,
like, our normal nugget will be a little bit different.
Yeah, I have been so all over the place with training and working and kids and everything that like. It's been so wild. I haven't even I just can't even comprehend like things going on right now. But yeah,
it's crazy. We did it. There we go, guys. Christine Ferea, the walkout. We heard some new, unique behind the scenes stories that only Taylor Starling knows because it was her stories. She's the one that did it. It's pretty cool. But awesome. Tay, you're the best. I know you got other stuff to do. We'll run and we'll talk to you soon. All right.
I love you guys so much, Dave.
You ready for this $9,000 outro?
Let's go. Boom, bang, pow.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.